Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I love to be able to sit down and answer you guys' questions. I put a poll up on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you probably should do so. I will leave that like right here, but I always ask for you guys' questions on there because I feel like sometimes you guys are left in the dark. I go from one vlog to the next and sometimes I leave out information. Some people are very new to my channel and they have questions. And so I always like to sit down and answer a lot of those questions that you guys have. Anyways, before I get started on that, I wanted to let you know that today's video is sponsored by FabFitFun. You guys, I'm going to show you this box, what is inside this box, and you are going to want to order one ASAP. And if you do want to order one, you can use my link in the description box below, use my code, and get $10 off your box, which is such a good deal because the box is already only $49.99, and then you get $10 off, and this is a box full of full-size products. This is not just a couple of samples thrown in a box. This is a huge box full of surprises, and it is like Christmas to your front door 4 times a year. This is the summer box. I have been getting FabFitFun for quite a while now, and it never ever gets old. I get so excited every time it arrives because it's just a box full of things, of goodies just for yourself. And they have a new little function where you can go on and kind of customize your box so you can pick and choose a few things. You don't know everything that you're gonna get, which is part of the surprise, but you can pick out a couple of things that you want. So I'm not kidding when I say that this is a really big box. Look at this, look how cute this is. All of this stuff, once you add it up, comes out to way over $49.99, $39.99 with my discount by a landslide. So I got these indigo tie-dye bowls. How adorable are these? I actually was able to pick these out. These are by West Elm. So these bowls perfectly match the decor in my home. That's why I picked them. They are so adorable. They feel so fancy, amazing quality. Of course, they're from West Elm, and they're just like little serving bowls. You could do queso and salsa and guacamole in these, but these are so pretty. I cannot believe that these came in the box. This is called the Generation Clay Mask. It is an ultraviolet brightening purple clay mask. I have not tried it out yet, but I have never tried a purple mask before. So I am super excited to try out a purple mask. That is gonna be so much fun. These two products were the two that I was so excited about getting. This is the Brazilian Bumbum cream. I'm sure that you guys have heard of this before, but it's like a tightening and smoothing cream that you can put on your legs or your booty or wherever you want in tightening. I almost ordered this one day because I had heard really good things about it, so I'm excited to put this on like my legs, my thighs where I have like cellulite and stuff during like when I'm gonna wear a swimsuit or something, and see how this works. And then this is called Brazilian Foreplay, and this is moisturizing shower cream gel. Let's smell this. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. Kind of coconutty, but sweet, almost like a shea and cocoa butter. Oh my goodness, that is like that has me written all over it. All right, so another thing in there is this Restore Safe, Smart, Selective, Sustainable Healing Balm. Let's open this up and see what this is about. So this says you can use it for chapped lips, cuts and burns, severe dry and sensitive skin, beauty hacks, baby ointment. So this has all kinds of uses for it. This stuff would probably be like really good for diaper rash and stuff, but it's very thick. It doesn't really have a smell to it, but I could see how this would be really helpful for like chapped lips and stuff. Okay, so this is the Whish Exfoliating Foot Mask. This sounds like so much fun. I bet this smells so good. This Whish stuff always smells so good. That smells like summer. Definitely some coconut in there. Oh man, that smells good. I'm gonna be smelling and feeling soft and smelling good. Okay, so this is the Grace and Stella Spray All Day Rose Spray. Okay, is this not the prettiest bottle you've ever seen? I just want to leave this sitting up on my counter in my bedroom or the bathroom because this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I'm very sensitive to very strong perfume scents, so I never wear perfume, but this is going to be a perfect body spray for the summer. Okay, so these alone are not cheap. These are the Invisibobble Traceless Hair Rings. I have some of these. I love them, but I always lose them, unfortunately, and they are not cheap. And they're like the color of my hair. I got a clear one and then like this little blonde one over here. I love these things. These are what I put my hair up with so that I don't leave creases in my hair. These are so good. This is the Living Proof Nourishing Styling Cream, and Living Proof is not cheap, so I'm excited to use that because I love the brand Living Proof. And then last but not least, I think there's some jewelry in here. Jennifer Zuner jewelry. Look how pretty this necklace is. It's got little stars over here in the corner. How pretty is that? I guess I'll have to add it to my growing necklace collection over here, but that is so pretty. Anyways, if you guys are interested in ordering a FabFitFun box for the summer, make sure to check out the link in the description box below. Use my code, get $10 off, and order yourself a summer box. I love FabFitFun. So thank you so much, FabFitFun, for partnering with me on today's video. Let's go ahead and get started with the Q&A. All right, I have tons and tons and tons of screenshots of questions, so I'm just going to randomly go through these. I did see a lot of like repeated questions, so I'm going to try and answer those because those are obviously some of the biggest questions. And one that I saw like asked a whole lot is, are you still opening a business? How are things going with our kids play place business? So I wanted to go ahead and address that first because I know that there's a lot of questions about it. So right now we are really at a standstill, and that is kind of on us at the moment, mainly because I recently talked to the architect and asked him, once we give them the okay on the drawn out plans for the space, how long does he think it's going to take before they hand us the keys and it's our turn to go in and add all of the kids' stuff? He said he thinks, give or take, about 3 months. Well, where does that put us in 3 months? That puts us right at the time that the baby gets here, and I don't foresee myself going into the place and getting things ready right as I'm about to give birth or with a brand new newborn. So we are trying to extend it to where we don't get the keys to go in until maybe December, November, December, when it's been a few months, the baby is a few months old, that is behind us, and we are ready to go in and do the space. So that's where it's sitting at right now. Yes, we are still doing it. It just takes a little bit of time sometimes when you're doing a business. How old are you and your hubby? Do you want more kids after this baby? And of course, the do you want more kids is always the top asked question every Q&A. I am 28, my husband is 39, and I don't know about more babies. This is baby number 4 if you are new to my channel. My husband has a daughter and I had a son when we met, and then we have 2 boys together, and this will be our 3rd boy together. So that is 5 kids total. I don't know if we're gonna have any more babies. I think that this will probably be it, but there's also a very small part of me that says maybe a few years down the road when the boys are all a little bit older, we might have one more. I don't know though. I might get to that point and be like, they're all, you know, they're all older, I'm done with the baby phase, or I will have baby fever. So it is possible. It's not an option, but at the moment I think I would be okay with stopping, but that's really not like, we just don't know. Jeff is on board if we decide to have another one, and he's okay if we stop. So either way, I don't know. I guess we will see what the future has for us. And another question that I know is on here is, what is the baby's name? We don't know. And this is so funny because I think that people think that we know what the baby's name is. We just call him baby C because we have 2 names that are picked out, but we don't know which name we're going with. And so they both start with a C, obviously. The rest of my boys are C's, and we just don't know which one it is. So it's baby C for now. I don't know when I will tell you guys because I don't even know. I get this question all the time and I just don't know the name, so I can't tell you if I don't know what it is. Do you think you'll ever go back to nursing in the future? Could you make a video about nursing? I have seen this question a few times. I also saw a question that said, does Jeff like me staying at home when I am a registered nurse? Like, does he like me being home even though I have a nursing license? So I don't think I will ever make a separate video about nursing. I don't really have much to say about it. Yes, I was a nurse. I was a licensed LVN before becoming an RN, and then I was an RN. I worked in psych, and I also worked in pediatric home health. And people always ask if I'm going to go back, and I don't think so. I think people think that nurses are like rolling in the dough, and that's just not true. Nurses' pay can range from here or here to here, and so when people ask, is Jeff upset that you're staying at home when you're a licensed nurse? Well, no, because I'm making the exact same, if not more, than what I was making when I was working as a nurse. So I don't know. I enjoy what I do now, so I don't know why I would go back to make the same amount of money. Does that make sense? So anyways, yeah, I don't think I'll ever be going back to nursing. So the next question is, what are you looking for in your future career? So I would like to think that I have a good little while longer on YouTube. Whether or not you consider that a career, that's up to you, but I consider my career something that I enjoy doing and something that I am making a living at. So right now that is YouTube for me, but I'm sure that I won't be doing YouTube until I am 100 years old. So at some point when I decide to stop doing YouTube, I am also my husband and I are opening the children's play place. So that is kind of the road that I would like to go down. If that goes over well, I would like to open other locations. I'm really excited about being able to renovate the space. I love to decorate, I love to design spaces, and so I'm really excited about being able to design the whole children's place. So that's kind of down the road that I would like to go. Yeah, hopefully that answers that question. What is your dream vacation? I'm not a big beach person, but that's mainly because the beaches here in Texas aren't awesome. I would really like to go to Jamaica. I've been to the Sandals Resort in the Bahamas, and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful, even though it rained a whole lot. I love the resort. So Jeff and I have talked about going to the Sandals Resort in Jamaica. So that is definitely one of my dream vacations. I would love to just go to an all-inclusive resort and enjoy my time with him. I would also really like to go to Italy. I feel like that would be such a romantic trip. I've always just thought that Italy and the sound of Italy and the food and all that, just the culture there is so romantic. So that would probably be my other dream vacation. Did I have a big following on my blog before starting YouTube? No, not really. So if you guys didn't know, which a lot of people probably don't know, is I started a blog before I started my YouTube channel. It was not a fashion blog or anything like that. I simply wrote down encouraging stories about what I had been through. That's just where I enjoyed using my creativity. I enjoyed using it as an outlet for just coping with everything that I was going through. And I had a lot of feedback off of Facebook, and it was really like I enjoyed it and everything, but YouTube was always something that I wanted to do, and my husband encouraged me to do it, and I just started my channel. It was shortly after Cooper was born. I think he was maybe like 5 or 6 months actually. I don't remember exactly, but he was definitely little when I started it. But I didn't have a big following on my blog. That's not what brought people over to my YouTube channel. I didn't have a big following on my blog and then bring people over to YouTube from there, if that's kind of what you're asking. Is your oldest son's dad in the picture? Yes, he is. He is very involved. He has him every other weekend and then twice a week, so he'll get him Thursday nights and Friday nights. And then if it's not his weekend, he'll bring him home on Saturday, and if it is his weekend, he will keep him through Sunday. He is very involved. He is a good dad, and he goes on field trips with Carter. He takes him to school on Fridays. He picks him up from school. He does things with him all the time, so he is very involved. We do co-parent, and yeah. I hope that answers some questions because I know that there was a lot of questions about that. Are you going to upload an updated house tour soon? Yes, that was also another question because of all the renovations that I've done so far. Yes, I will do an updated home tour. It may not be for a little while because I'm not done doing everything that I want to do. That's why I'm kind of doing each little room. So the other day I did like a living room tour, and then I will do a nursery tour, and I will do the kids room tour, and then eventually I will get around to doing all of it. But right now it is a huge mess. I feel like my house is always under construction. So once I get all of that handled, hopefully before the baby gets here, everything will be nice and ready to go, and I can film that for you guys. Did you always want a big family? Did you and Jeff talk about it before getting married? Yes, we talked about it before we even met. So if you guys are new here, and I'm sorry I keep saying that, but it's because I've already said this stuff before, so some of you guys who've been watching me for a while know this, but Jeff and I met on Match.com, and so we were messaging back and forth first, then we gave each other our phone numbers and started texting each other, and we texted every day, all day, 24/7. I was obsessed with this guy. No, I'm just kidding. Well, we were obsessed with each other, but we answered all of these questions. So by the time we got to our first date, it felt like we already knew each other, even though we had never met before. And this was only a couple days. Like, we didn't wait forever to meet each other. It was just texting and messaging back and forth, and then like maybe 2 days later we went on a date. So we did cover that. I told him that I wanted more children. I had one, he had one. I said that I wanted at least 2 more probably, and 2 has turned into 3 on the way, and yeah, that's where we're at now. But he knew going into this that we both wanted more children. What's something random most people don't know about you? Gosh, I feel like I've shared so much that I feel like people know almost anything about me. When I was 14, I had back surgery, and when I was 15, I had the rods and screws taken out. That was not getting them taken out, but having the surgery was extremely painful. Yeah, it was hard. It was really, really hard. I was a track runner and a gymnast before that. I broke it tumbling, doing gymnastics, all of that. That's how I fractured my back in the first place and had to have surgery. The doctor said that they saw that it was very common in gymnasts. So I just happened to have a very bad case of spondylolisthesis and had to have surgery. So that's one thing people don't always know about me. I can pop pretty much every bone in my body, like fingers, neck, back, toes, hips, you name it, I can pop it, and I'm obsessed with popping other people's everything. So I used to pop all the people's backs on my track team. I don't know, it's just a thing, and I think that I was supposed to be a chiropractor in another life, and maybe that's my future career, is being a chiropractor. What is my favorite renovation that I have done to my home so far? So the biggest 2 renovations that I have done so far are the floors and painting my cabinets white. I've painted both the cabinets in our bathrooms white, as well as done the floors in like 50% of the house. So, well, more than 50% at this point, I think. But I don't know, the floors and the cabinets are my 2 favorites. Like, there was no question that I wanted white cabinets ASAP. I knew when we bought this house, I was like, it's okay, but the cabinets need to be white. How do you make time for just you and Jeff? Well, we try to go on a date at least twice a month, so like every other week. We are lucky enough that we have some family in town. Jeff's parents actually live about 4.5, 5 hours away from us, so that's not exactly an option. Cooper School actually does Parents' Night Out, which is like the biggest lifesaver of life. Biggest lifesaver of life. But seriously, once a month they do a Parents' Night Out where you can bring your kids from 6 to 10 and drop them off. We drop off Cooper and Cash, and we go out on a date, and it is like $25 for the first kid and $10 for the second kid. So yeah, it's like, it's awesome. How do we afford to have a big family and stay home? Well, if I was not doing YouTube, if YouTube was not my job, I probably would not be able to stay home. It just wouldn't be easy. I think it would be possible, but it would be very, very hard to continue the lifestyle and live the way that we would like to, and so I would definitely have to work. However, I have built up my YouTube channel and my personal business, which is me, like YouTube, Instagram, all of it, and made myself a very good income that supports our family. So that is how we are able to afford to be home. So I think most people don't know that YouTube can be a very big source of income for a lot of people, and so that is what I use as my job, and I am very, very thankful for that. It has been a lot of hard work. You guys don't always see what goes on behind the scenes. It's not always easy to do everything and kind of manage your own business like this, but I am very thankful that it is where it is today, and I am able to support my family doing what I love to do. Are we still thinking about turning the garage into a bedroom? Honestly, this is coming from Instagram. It was kind of a joke. Like, I don't know that Jeff was serious when he was like, hey, let's turn the garage into, you know, an extra bedroom. That would only be something we would do if we were to like stay here permanently. And that goes on to answer another question, which is, do we plan on moving to accommodate our family? And everybody always, like, first it was the car. So everyone was like, are you upgrading your car to fit all of your kids? Well, yes, of course. We had to find a vehicle that would fit all of the kids. So we did that. And now everyone wants to know if we're moving. And yes, at some point we will be moving. We have a lot going on right now, including our business. And we are okay in the house that we are in right now. We are in a 4-bedroom, 1-story house. 2 stories scare the heck out of me, but I'm not against 2 stories. Like, we will probably end up moving into a 2-story one day. So we have a 4-bedroom house. We will have 5 kids. That means some of our kids have to share a room, and that's okay. For some reason, people, I don't know, some people think that your kids have to have their own separate rooms, their own separate space. They spend most of their time in the living room, pretty much. They never go into their rooms. Nobody's ever in their bedrooms except to go to sleep. So I think that the way that I have it arranged just works out for us, and I kind of move them around as they get older. When Cash moves out of his crib, he can go into the triple bunk bedroom, and then Sydney will have her own room for a little while, and we just make it work until we move. So honestly, I feel like it bothers other people more than it bothers us. And yes, I want to move. This is not our forever home. We will definitely be moving. I just don't know when, and I'm okay with waiting it out a few more years if that means getting the house that we really, really want rather than settling for something we just kind of want because we need a bigger space and doing it sooner. So hopefully that makes sense. But people were asking why I've been doing renovations if we plan on moving. And the answer is, I don't know when we're moving. So why should I wait until I know when we're moving? Like, it's not going to happen in the next, 6 months to a year. And I think that upgrading the floors, taking out the carpet, upgrading the floors, painting the walls, all of this kind of stuff only adds to the value of our house. So I don't really see any harm in making our space more pretty, more livable, more enjoyable while we are here. What does Jeff say about you ripping up the carpet? He doesn't care. He'd act like he cares, and he'll walk into me ripping up the carpet like when I first start and be like, oh my gosh, we're doing this again. And I think he has like a mild panic attack because it's always kind of scary when you see like concrete in your house and there's no flooring down, but once the flooring goes down, he's like, okay, yeah. And now at this point, he doesn't even flinch because I've already done 3 bedrooms, well, 2 bedrooms and a living room at this point. So he's like, oh, and the closet, that's what started it. He's over it at this point. What is the hardest part of being a boy mom? Gosh, I think the hardest part, honestly, is people always assuming that you want to have a little girl, or they feel sorry for you because you have all boys, or just something along those lines. And yes, of course, I would have loved to have a little girl in the mix. And sometimes I still, do wonder, like, maybe I would have a little girl if I had a baby, another baby. But I think the hardest thing is just people's assumptions when they see that you have 3 or 4 boys that I'm about to have. And for some reason they think that you've got it hard or bad or what, but I wouldn't trade them for the world. Like, the boy mom life is so much fun. It is more fun than I ever thought it could be. They want to be outside a lot. They have a lot of energy. So being able to cater to that is, guys, oh, like sometimes I just wish that we could sit in the house and like have a tea party or something. I don't know, but they don't want any part of that. They want to constantly be moving, and that's more energy than I have. All right, guys, I'm going to have to end it here because my battery is going to die once again. I try to answer as many questions as I can, but every time I do these Q&As, I get like so wordy and stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out FabFitFun. Order your summer box. Check out the link in the description box below. Use my code, get $10 off, and get yourself some of this good smelling stuff. Sorry, I just had to smell it again. I'm obsessed with it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I will see you guys on my next vlog. Bye.